your political theater to Texas.
This is not about political theater.
And it was more political theater than anything.
It's nothing more than pure political theater.
It's pure political theater.
Okay. What's up, everybody? It is Political Theater with Dr. T. It's funny because I'm looking at this and I'm like, why can't I see myself? Clearly, I need to get back to the eye doctor because perhaps my vision has gotten worse. And that sucks because I can't wear my glasses because of the glare. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. We are here. And I just want to point out that the air duct in this room is messed up. And it was like 99 degrees today. So it's a little warm in my house. If I seem a little shiny, because I'm sweating. If I'm breathing heavy, it's because I ran up 3 flights of stairs because I was at Taco Tuesday and I lost track of time. So I'm just glad that we're here on time, okay? I love you all so much. Make sure you hit that like button as you come in. Make sure that you subscribe if you have not yet subscribed to my channel. All the subscriptions help. A subscription, a like, these are free ways that you can support me. Also, if you want to help me make it through the summer, you can always CashApp me or Venmo or PayPal. Those things are there. We're going to bring our guy, Dr. Hall, to the stage. Let me choose the right thing.
Hey.
Dr. Hall.
Hey, how's it going?
My guy. Whew.
How we doing?
Dr. Hall, I'm hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard there's an air duct issue.
Oh my gosh. I've been in this house, it'll be 5 years this year. I haven't gotten fixed yet.
Oh.
When I bought the house, it was messed up.
Oh, geez. So you out here just living like
Listen,
that.
I just needed a house. I didn't care.
Yeah.
So it's only this one room.
Only this one room.
Yeah. Guess what? I've also been sneezing like crazy and I feel one coming.
Uh-oh. I hear it.
I heard if you hold it in.
Sneeze, 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 sneeze.
It proves your orgasms.
It does? I've never heard that.
I
don't know who would say that.
Yeah. You're the clinical psychologist here.
I'm not a sexologist.
But you're a clinical psychologist, a real one.
Yes, a real one. Credential.
In a world of people pretending
to be psychologists.
Dr. Hall, I know there's a rant in you about this.
I feel like we did it last time.
I feel like you have some more.
I mean, there's always more.
Well, lay it on us, Dr. Hall. Guys, put a 1 in the chat if you think Dr. Hall should go on a rant.
Go on another rant?
We like his rants, right?
A whole show about it last time. And the fact that it's still an issue, that there are still people like... my biggest frustration this week is the people who are like, well, she started a conversation. And so that's important that we have these conversations. And it's like, is it important? Is it important that we let people who just like to start conversations? I think you're confusing, once again, a conversation, which in this flat world where everybody gets a say because of social media, then how do we distinguish genuine experts, right? Expertise is a thing that people gain through credentialing and education. And so to call yourself a thing like a psychology expert, which isn't really a thing, you just made that up as a term. How do you earn that? And how do you, how do we patrol that and police that? And so I've been wondering, at some point, is the credentialing body that I have to pay to be this going to make a statement? Probably not, because this is like Black people stuff. This is like a Black issue. So it's not likely that any fuss will be raised on a legal level, except those people are asking for their book money back, which, I ain't trying to destroy somebody's coins, but they should probably
they are seeking refunds, Dr. Hall.
Right. And they should probably get their book money back for that AI book that was written.
You know what?
What?
Okay, hold on. Let's see, because I didn't even have that in the docket, but
yeah,
let's look it up. Uh-oh.
You're frozen again.
It's okay. Am I frozen? Hello?
You are.
Oh,
you're
God.
Smiling though, so.
Oh, well, that's it. Am I frozen? Am I here?
You're moving now.
That was the problem. I opened up Facebook.
Ah.
Anyway, there's lawyers on Facebook that are
Mhm.
helping people get their refund.
Nice.
How much was her book even?
Too much.
Gosh, let's see. Cheyenne Bryant.
May I never go on a book tour and then they start having to issue refunds the same week. Like, may that never happen.
Live Your Promise. Your Journey. Wait, hold on. This book is a long title.
It is.
Live Your Promise. Escape Your Wilderness. Heal Your Pain so you can manifest the life you want.
Yes.
Hardcover is
All those words.
$19.59 on Amazon, and it's down 27% from the list price of $26.99. Now, I had posted on Instagram, on Threads, because if you go to Goodreads, there's 2 listings for the book, and one has a title something like Divine Wellness. It's not even the name of it, but it's very clear that the description is written with AI slop, and then there are people that have read it that said it's AI slop. And then if you go to Amazon reviews, when I first went, there was only 5. Now, when you claim that a book is best-selling, you usually have more than 5 reviews, but now she has 60.
There you go.
And the first one is a 1-star. And it says, I had the opportunity to see the author on a YouTube podcast, and I decided to pre-order this book, and I received it yesterday. From my point of view, it wasn't spiritually led or written for me. Yeah. Another 1-star says Cheyenne Bryant may have a much life experience that she can pay forward to provide guidance and insight in her book, but what she doesn't have are the exact credentials that she claims she has. And they go, and it's a whole long thing. It's a whole long thing.
So may I
another one is a 1-star, says false claims about credentials are dangerous. Serious concerns about credibility. And then somebody on May 18th, 5-star. Inspiring and motivating. After reading the first 3 chapters and listening to the audiobook, I understand this book to be motivational and inspiring. I enjoy the book. Happy to have it in collection. You know, that's her.
Is that, or a bot that was trained to make reviews happen.
Yeah, because there's another one. It's a 1-star. It says masquerading as a doctor of psychology.
Yeah. It is a lot of people. You know, it seems like reviewing the book maybe as a pile-on. More about the issue.
And we don't like that. I got to put it out there. I'm not defending Cheyenne Bryant because we don't defend aviaries on this show. However, I've never liked that idea that people go and downrate books or things like that.
Right.
And you haven't read it. If you've read it and you hate it, that's fine.
Right.
But then just go and do that, especially as somebody who, is subjected to that, right? People don't like me, and then they want to go find things that I've done and they want to downrate it. And that's just corny. That's just corny behavior. Now, I do wonder. Go ahead.
That's been interesting to me, the number of people who have been like, they don't want people piling on. And I do agree, some people are piling on, absolutely. But like, you and I talked about this, like, in order to get this degree, to become a PhD, you have to defend your ideas. You have to be able to defend your thoughts and feelings.
And then you'll defend them for the rest of your life.
Right. Yeah. Right. And you know, because you've learned the scientific method and research methods, how to have not necessarily unassailable opinions, but like how to be able to back up what you know.
Yeah.
They call it a defense. To get the dissertation is defended.
So
the fact that she's come out and said, I'm not going to keep defending, it's like, ma'am, that's
you don't get to choose that when you're a PhD.
Right.
You sign up
to defend.
Have people challenge you every day for the rest of your life.
That's literally what you're doing throughout graduate school is defense and reaction papers, and then you're going back and
critiques
forth
of others.
Right.
Because that's what you're supposed to do.
Right. That's what we learn in the crucible that is academia.
This lady posted online saying, she just wanted to get her PhD. She didn't want to do anything with it. She just wanted to do it. And she said, and my university is willing to pay for it. And I said, you know what, honestly, as Black people, we need more of us contributing to knowledge, right? Because we're such a small percentage of the folks who obtain the credentials, right? That end up validating our expertise. And we have a whole, you guys know where we come from with this. We're not talking about being validated by, Eurocentric standards. But we know that in the world that we're in,
Right.
that potential, when
means something.
it's from a legitimate school,
Right.
It denotes that you are an expert. That's why
weight.
there's only 2% of the American population that has one, right?
Right.
That reach that highest level.
Right.
The highest level. The only thing above that is a DPhil, right? And that's more of like a Nobel Prize kind of bestowment or whatever, right?
Right.
So you reach the highest level and you are considered an expert. And it could be something very niche. You could have done your dissertation, written 150 pages about an emerald ring.
Yeah.
And an Irish emerald ring. And that is your, like, everything that went into you studying that. You became an expert on Irish art, Irish culture, emeralds, ring sizes. Right. It's like that's your thing. You're an expert, and somebody is gonna come up to you on Threads and be like, "You don't even know nothing about green rings."
Right.
And then you come like, "Son,
right.
I wrote the book on it."
Right.
Right. That's kind of how it goes. And so I was bothered because I was just like, let someone else get that money. Somebody who actually wants to do that work and say, I'm going to use this to contribute to improving the material conditions of our people. I'm either going to be a practitioner like Dr. Hall, who creates Black men's support groups, who provides therapeutic services to people in need, or I'm going to become like Dr. Taylor, who researches things, creates new knowledge, develops theories, methods, things like that help us understand.
Out there teaching the youth.
Out there teaching the youth. And the older folks, too. I got older students. Shout out to my older students, right?
There you go.
And so
education's for everybody.
I don't like this trend, this social media meme that Black women get bored, so they go and get degrees. That's not true.
Yeah.
If that were true, then Black women would have more degrees.
I mean,
what often happens is that Black women will enroll in programs and then never finish them, right? For various reasons. But this whole meme that I have the Black woman urge to go get a degree. Oh my God. Shut the fuck up. We don't have them. Like, I'm sorry. We don't have them. You guys have heard my rants about this. Yes. But Black women simply do not have the degrees to back that up. Okay? We're among the least degreed. And that's the truth. So, it's whatever. But Dr. Hall, let's get into politics. It's been a while. We've been getting into the Joe Budden territory lately, and I don't actually like that. So let's actually get back into the politics. Dr. Hall, I want to share my screen.
Do it.
And so we can
do it.
Here we go. Let's see.
Do it.
That was announced today.
Let's start this.
The Justice Department has this new fund that was announced today, $1.7 billion.
Yeah.
Why should taxpayers pay for the January?
Well, it's been very well received. I have to tell you, I know very little about it. I wasn't involved in the whole creation of it and the negotiation. But this is reimbursing people that were horribly treated. It's anti-weaponization. They've been weaponized. They've been, in some cases, imprisoned wrongly. They paid legal fees that they didn't have. They've gone bankrupt. Their lives have been destroyed. And they turn out to be right. I mean, it was a terrible period of time in the history of our country. And they worked on it. I know the Justice Department, it's really been working on it very hard. There's been numerous other occasions over the years where things like this have been done. But these were people that were weaponized and really treated brutally by a system that was so corrupt, with corrupt people running it, and they're getting reimbursed for their legal fees and the other things that they had to suffer.
The Justice Department has this.
So many words that they'll be saying
today, $1.7 billion.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay.
So many words to not say nothing.
Okay, so for those who are unaware, if you've been, not really paying much attention, they proposed this settlement plan, right?
Yes.
That
his
would
$10 billion lawsuit against the IRS.
What?
He was suing the IRS for $10 billion.
Yeah.
And so to settle that lawsuit, he got $1.7 billion.
Yeah.
I was just giving.
Oh, okay. I was like, what?
I was just giving context for the people out there.
Okay, yeah. So
my bad.
So $1.7 billion of taxpayer dollars.
Where else would it come from?
has been, they're saying it's been designated. It's not official yet. The hasn't been signed yet, right? To give to the people that were arrested, right, after January 6th. And Dr. Hall, we talked about this in another show, that many of them, I think nearly 36, have been rearrested for violent crimes, the majority of which has been sexual assault against children, right? And so if I'm a researcher, right, and I'm doing a random sample, and 33, 34 of them come back, and maybe 30 of them are rearrested for child sexual assault, if I'm thinking about all of them, these 30 kind of indicate a pattern that I may want to investigate, right?
An in-group pattern, yes.
Yes, it suggests that many of them are sexual assailants of children, whether they have been convicted before or not, right?
Or in some ways deviant,
right? They're absolutely, I mean, they're deviant because they were there, right? We know that they showed up out of this
and stormed a federal building.
And lynched Mike Pence in effigy, took shits on people's tables. I mean, these are deviant people, right? They are descended from the lynch mobs of yesteryear, right? So we know that these are not good people. Now, I will say that there were some people who got caught up in it, got arrested, were offered the pardon, and declined because they were remorseful and they wanted to do their time, and have since actually become, they've left MAGA and they've, committed to doing community service and all these other things. They're trying to be better. Listen, I believe in recovery. I believe in restorative justice. They realized their error of their ways. They did their time, and now they're making amends. Gotta let them be that.
For it.
But that's not the majority of them. Right. And so he's suggesting that they each get money. Dr. Hall, I heard that it comes out to $1 million a person.
Well, I mean, when your poll numbers are tanking, you might need to pass around a few dollars to make sure that your people know you got their back, because they ain't getting jobs like they were a year ago.
Correct.
Their money ain't buying groceries like it was a year ago.
Oh, but guess what happens when you get $1 million? What ends up happening? Where do you put that money?
Back into the economy.
Exactly.
Right. We're getting that money back.
It's a stimulus check.
To particularly his base, the most fervent of his base.
The most deviant of his base, the most radical of his base.
I mean, also, just in case I got to pull another coup, I need to make sure
that they are there. And also what he is saying for the future, if you ride with me, if you are willing to commit violence on my behalf,
might be something in it.
I will reward you.
I put something in your pocket.
That's the sign that was sent out to people.
I put a little something on it if you're ready.
Taxpayer dollars, which means that, many of them are contributing to it as well. But taxpayer dollars to give insurrectionists a stimulus check. To the tune of $1 million. So I'm very interested in what happens to the economy, right? When that happens, because we know that those people are reckless. We know they'll spend it all in the wrong ways or whatever.
I mean, that's it's like, hey, don't give too much money to a cokehead, right? Like, they're gonna blow it.
No,
I'm just saying.
Of coke here, not meth.
I mean, I'm sorry, meth would be right. Yeah,
that's where we're going.
I was just thinking colloquial. You would say
you're black. We came close to
but
saying
I'm also, Appalachian, so
you're Appalachian.
Should have thought meth.
Why do white people be correcting you and be like, it's Appalachian? What are you? You say Appalachian. You actually are from West Virginia.
Yeah.
So do niggas say Appalachian? That's what happens.
Yeah,
Appalachian. Is Appalachian Ebonics?
It's Appalachian, yeah.
I've always said Appalachian.
Yeah. It depends.
So white people started saying Appalachian.
Yeah.
Well, all I'm saying is this. They're going to blow that money, just like the people that win the lottery and all those things. But the thing is, and they know this, right? So they're
hoping, the white version of the Dave Chappelle skit.
So they're essentially getting the government to boost the economy, to inject this money back into the economy.
Back into the rural economy.
Yes, by way of them.
Yeah. so many better ways
There's so
to
many better ways to do that.
boost an economy. But
Like
what,
food stamps. I mean,
right?
a dollar
If
of
you don't
food
know what you're
stamps has a
doing,
$2 economic impact. You could just
right,
take that $1.7 billion and distribute it by way of food stamps
right,
to
right, right.
people that
Instead of
need it,
cutting,
and then you can save the farmers, right? Because they
right, right,
benefit the
right.
most from food stamps. You can save the farmers. You can save local economies.
You could
You
feed
can feed
children.
people,
Mhm.
right? You can give this money to the USDA and
Mhm.
actually save and feed Americans.
Sure, sure, sure. Or feed specifically your loyal followers, because I mean that's what
Yeah.
it's always been about, right?
Well, yeah, exactly. And then,
Or
well, somebody said forgive student loans, but we would need it to be 1.7 trillion. That's how that would work. So we're
too
missing
much.
a few zeros there. But I
Yeah.
mean, I hear you on that, right? Like, yes,
Mhm.
free lunch for the students and the babies, absolutely.
Yeah.
But they don't want that because we know the connection between feeding students and brain activity, right? That when the students are well fed, they do better, they learn better. They don't want them to learn. And I hope
Yeah.
everybody understands that
You might
it's
push
not
back. I don't want
it's
that.
not about being intentionally cruel to kids. We say this on this show a lot. None of this is personal.
It's apathy.
There's nothing about this is individual, identity, personal, anything like
Yeah.
that. No, it's all about the economy and the money. And so we know that where the economy is moving, the AI and all of that stuff, the automation,
Yeah.
Amazon warehouses, things like that, they need people who could pack boxes at
Yeah.
Amazon.
Right.
And no
I don't know who
disrespect to the
I don't
people
know who
that
they're
pack
selling this stuff
boxes.
to, but
Not saying that you're not smart or whatever, but like,
no.
let's be honest, they're hoping that they deprive the young people of food they need to learn so
Mhm.
that they don't actually learn. They won't
Mhm.
allow them to fail so they can continue to pass along people that can't read and graduate
Mhm.
them. And then when they graduate from high school, they don't know how to read. So the only jobs they can get are working in those warehouses, right? And that's exactly what they want. This is a long game. Dr.
Yeah.
Hall, nothing about this is new. But
Mhm.
it's really interesting that this is egregious. But okay, it's not everybody's buying it, right?
Right.
So John Thune from South Dakota, and he's the majority leader, he told reporters that he expects the idea will undergo a full vetting by appropriators who control the federal spending. The top Senate Republican cast doubt on Tuesday on President Trump's plan today to use $1.8 billion from a government fund to compensate people who claim to have been targets of politically motivated prosecutions. He says, my assumption is that based on some of the blowback that's come since this was announced, that there will be a significant amount of attention paid to it. He told Punchbowl News, this is all from the New York Times, by the way, that he's not a big fan of the plan and saw no need for it. Okay. Other people are going to pipe, but come on, $1.7 billion. Again, let's go back to the good old party, the GOP that I miss and long for, Dr. Hall.
Right.
I miss the GOP.
It wasn't
I
nice.
want them to come back and say,
didn't know how
wait a
good we had it.
goddamn minute.
I didn't know how good we had it.
I want them to come and be like, hold on, Jimmy.
Right. Hey, drop that pen. Do not sign that check.
What are we talking about here, Chad?
What are we talking about? What happened to small government?
What's going on, Buster?
Oh, see, me and Katie said at the same time.
$1.8 million.
Right.
To who?
To whom?
The people we don't even like.
Mm.
Because you know the GOP hates MAGA.
Mm.
The same way white people hate poor white trash. They're the only racial group that calls their poor people trash. Because you ain't supposed to be poor when you're white.
No.
So the GOP,
You
like
ruined the
MAGA, is GOP's poor white trash.
Yeah.
They hate them.
The reminder.
You
From
know,
whence you've come.
listen,
How you gonna
bring back the GOP. God
How you
damn
gonna
it.
fumble the ball on supremacy? What are you doing out
Bring
there?
back the GOP. We said it on this show. Bring them back.
Hey, if that's what we had to contend with.
We miss you guys.
Right.
We miss when the worst thing that y'all could do was declare mission accomplished.
Mm-hmm. Right.
We need those guys back.
Also theater, which was also political theater.
Yeah.
Just to bring us back.
Complete. Dr. Hall, I'm hot.
We gotta get you a desk fan.
Dr. Hall, we got to do something.
Hey, give to the Cash App.
I need a desk fan.
She needs a desk fan over there.
Dr. Hall's 99 degrees in May.
Yeah.
Imagine what it's going to be in July. July, I might have to cancel the show.
Right. It's global warming. Move it to the basement.
Let's move it.
You have to move it to young Maestro's room.
Yes, Dr. Hall, you put something in here about the IRS stopping all future Trump audits. What's going on?
So one of the deals that Trump is trying to angle for in this IRS settlement is that you can never again audit him because he's got the power of the pen right now. So why don't you just make sure you'll never come for him and stop asking questions about what I be doing with my money for me and anyone in my family, and we get immunity for life.
Because he's scamming.
Because he's obvious. Because you don't write that in if you ain't scamming.
The man is scamming.
The man been scamming, and he's tired of having us act like he's not. I'm sick of it. Yo, get on my nerves. I run the government. I'm the government.
I seen a scammer like this.
Ain't nobody bigger than the group.
I ain't never seen those blatant scamming like this. Dr. Hall, not to say long had his
It
church.
is crazy. It is crazy.
Now since Creflo Dollar
Mm-hmm.
bought that plane,
Right.
I have not seen scamming like
Right.
this
level. Jesus, what are you doing?
because Dr. Hall. So now the other issue,
Dip on your chip.
too much dip on the chip. Now this is tying into the story about how he's manipulating the stocks. They are saying they've been watching, you know, his stock portfolio because there's this disclosure, you know, he released and showed the man's made over 3,600 trades in the first 3 months of this year.
I mean, you got to move that money around.
3,600 trades in the first 6 months. It actually made me go to Coinbase and sell off some of my crypto because I was like, wait, what are we doing?
What are we doing?
Maybe I need to be part of this, you know?
Right. Hey, move your money around.
They said, listen, in the first 3 months of this year, Mr. Trump's investment portfolio executed more than 3,600 trades. The disclosure form shows buying and selling shares in big banks, manufacturers, and tech giants, among other companies. The flurry of activity has cast a spotlight on Mr. Trump, on his sprawling investment portfolio, fueling criticism that his presidency has blurred the line between his private interests and the public good. It's also raised questions among critics about the timing of some trades, which coincided with the president appearing to endorse some of the companies in his public comments. The Trump family argues that the criticism is entirely unfounded, noting that it does not actually control the trading. Instead, the family says they were automated trades placed by outside brokerage firms.
Sure. I can't say who done it. I don't know who be. I don't
Can't
know who on the money.
prove it.
Hey, prove it if you got to. To who? To who? Who gonna stop me?
But who does he have to prove anything to? Nobody.
Who gonna check me, boo?
Nobody. He has the SCOTUS in his pocket.
Attorney General. My Attorney General. Who?
All I'm saying is this.
I mean, it's good work.
It's so blatant that, like, again, the grand old party, even their investors are like, they're economic people. Their folks are like, wait a minute, because here's what's happening. The super wealthy have most of their money in the stock market, in treasury bonds, other bonds, and futures, and all those kinds of things, right? Gold-backed futures, oil-backed futures, investing in China, Japan, all these things like this.
Yeah.
When he makes these moves, he disrupts the markets.
Right.
So the people with real money, because he ain't got no money, he's broke.
I mean, he got some money now, but
because he was and that's why he continues to sue the government, because he's trying to get as much money as possible, right?
Right.
But they're like, wait a minute, we got big money.
You're
messing with the market on whim to try to make your little money. Oh, you made $30 million off of that? That's 2 tears in a bucket for us.
Right.
I won't get out of my bed for less than 300 million.
Right.
And now you are messing with my $3 billion investment for your little 30 million.
Right.
Dr. Hall, that's like,
Dr.
Hall, that's like you having $1,000 and somebody messing up your $1,000 for 30.
Hey, don't mess up my 1,000 there.
Like, come on. $1,000.
Right.
That's 2
good
whole
money.
weeks outside.
Right.
That's just going outside, because we spend $100 a day.
Oh my gosh.
Like, you step outside.
Right.
Matcha's $25.
Right. That's like $6.
You still drink that wheatgrass?
I still drink my shot of vanilla. Oat milk and a shot of vanilla.
You drink vanilla lawn. Okay. Well,
I enjoy a good matcha.
Yeah, I bet
the real stuff that you got to stir with the whisk.
I don't know anything about that because I don't eat grass.
It's all right.
All right.
I think most coffee tastes horrible. So
Anyway, we're not disrespecting coffee on this show. You out your fucking mind? What are we talking about here?
I'm a tea guy.
Here? I thought I knew you.
So what's up?
Rededication 250.
250 into the country.
Dr. Hall, I posted about this yesterday, and people had no idea what I was talking about.
No,
they missed it. They hadn't heard it. That I want us to look. I want us to watch something real quick.
Let's do it. Cue it up.
I gotta hold on. Oh, this just hold on. Pause this. Let me share the screen. Because my God.
Grand closing of a 250-year experiment.
You said grand closing. I'll tell you. Okay, here we go.
It's an all empty stadium. Let's see some crafty editing.
Ain't nobody there.
Ain't nobody there. So many empty seats.
It's so empty.
So many empty seats. Whole right side.
Look at that.
They couldn't get people out for Jesus?
Come on, sing it again.
They couldn't fill the seats for Jesus?
Dr. Hall.
What are we doing?
A local state fair in South Philadelphia will get more people.
Hey,
what exactly are we doing?
The mega church on Sunday gets more people every Sunday.
Dr. Hall, what are we doing here?
What are we doing? We can't get people in for Jesus?
Well, they got to travel to DC, and you know they ain't got no money. Have you seen the cost of flights lately?
Oh, no, it's crazy because of the cost of gas.
I'm pretty sure that these are people that drove from places like Pennsylvania, North Carolina, West Virginia, Virginia, anywhere that was probably within a 4-hour drive. Right. Wait, but there's more. There's more. I got to go to. Let me scroll forward. It's.
I thought there was a separation of church and state, but what
I thought so too. Apparently not. I ain't seen that much white since a blaxploitation flick.
We are not watching The Boys right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Senator Tim Scott.
Timmy!
Hey.
Good old Timmy!
Timmy!
What is it with straighter black men and they always look like they're walking on their
How many of you love Jesus?
I hate him.
I can't hear you.
I hate him.
How many of you love Jesus?
I hate his face.
I hate him. Look at his face. I hate his face.
Yeah.
I just know his breath stinks, but I hate his face.
No.
Oh, yeah. I stand before you as living proof that prayer, the power of prayer, changes lives. It's prayer that inspires our nation. It's prayer that transforms our world. There is no way to grasp the last 250 years of America without looking to the power of prayer.
Nigga.
250 years? All 250?
250 years? Dr. Hall, you got your calculator out? Should we do some math?
I mean, we could do some math.
It's going back to 1776.
Yeah.
Okay, so by then, if we're allowing the white people's dates, then black people have been here 20 to 56, 157 years.
Yes.
157 years.
Yes.
In bondage. So he's going back 250.
I mean, yeah.
So 250 plus 157 is 400 years. We finally got to Malcolm's 400 years. Today on his birthday. Happy birthday to Malcolm X on the outside in the spiritual realm. Thank you for everything.
Hey.
Thank you for everything.
Thank you for
being an example of growth and change. Radical, undying love for your people. Nuance, complexity, strength, purpose. Thank you, Malcolm X, for being that for us. Right. But we finally made Malcolm X's 400 years, right? And then we have this traitor talking.
Yeah.
Let's keep going.
Yeah.
You can see it in our Judeo-Christian foundation.
That's not.
Judeo.
Wait. Let's back up.
Dr. Hall.
We were founded by a bunch of atheists, weren't we? I'm pretty
Deists,
sure.
because it wasn't cool to call yourself an atheist.
No, I'm sorry. They were deists.
They were deists. They believed. Some of them believed in an almighty entity.
Yes.
They did not believe. They believed they were too smart to make it into religion. That you could not contain this idea of the Almighty in any particular religious, pathway or belief, because smart people, remember, this is the age of enlightenment.
Right.
Smart people don't do that.
And they had seen what happens when a country aligns itself so rigidly with a religion.
Dr. Hall, I made these a while back. I'm going to share them with the chat because I think it's important.
Yes.
Thomas Jefferson said Christianity is the most perverted system ever known to man.
Sure. Shout out to Dirty Tommy. Dirty Tommy.
Yeah. We're talking about one of the biggest perverts in the history of this country.
Yeah.
So he sexually assaulted a teenager multiple times. She was forced to have his children. Transported her across oceans, like human trafficked her across the ocean. Okay. Forced her to have his children. This is his sister-in-law, his sister-in-law. Yeah. He married her half sister.
Yeah.
So he's incestuous, because that's incest. Let's come on. It doesn't have to be by blood. That's his wife's sister. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
That pervert said that Christianity is the most perverted system ever shown on man. Dr. Hall, James Madison, an alliance or coalition between government and religion cannot be too carefully guarded against.
Yeah.
Religion and government will exist in greater purity without, rather than the aid of the government. Okay. In other words, he's really saying that you can have your religion, but when you start mixing the two, the religion will get harmed by the government just as the government would get harmed by the religion. Right? Okay. Let's move on to Thomas Jefferson again. He says, and the day will come when the mystical generation of Jesus, by the supreme being as his father in the womb of a virgin, will be classed with the fable of the generation of Minerva in the brain of Jupiter. But we may hope that the dawn of reason and freedom of thought in these United States will do away all this artificial scaffolding. He's saying that we are creating the United States to avoid religious psychosis and this mythological nonsense.
Yes.
We are intentionally creating a new country.
Yes.
Where Christianity and religions like this do not control the government, because this shit is ridiculous.
They were very
it's as valid as the idea of Minerva in the brain of Jupiter.
They were very clear about how they felt.
Let's keep going. Alexander Hamilton,
Hamilton.
Terrible play. Terrible musical. Lin-Manuel will one day pay for his crimes.
People like it.
People like it. People love seeing Black people play enslavers. And using hip hop as the vehicle to tell the story of enslavers. If that is not one of the greatest representations of self-loathing, I don't know what is. But
got to get our coins.
Lin-Manuel's an op anyway.
It's about the coin.
Okay, Promessa. Anyway, Alexander Hamilton said, the voice of the people has been said to be the voice of God. And however generally this maxim has been quoted and believed, it is not true to fact. The people are turbulent and changing. They seldom judge or determine right. People in all your religious meanderings, you're not stable enough, smart enough.
You shouldn't be trusted.
To be trusted with something as big as government. Ben Franklin, I have found Christian dogma unintelligible. Early in life, I absenteed myself from Christian assemblies. He said it's not smart. Thomas Paine, the biggest one, he drives it home. Thomas Paine was actually an atheist. He thought
went hard in the paint.
I mean, I think he was the biggest deist/atheist that they had. But whatever, this is what he said. Of all the systems of religion that were ever invented, there is no more derogatory to the Almighty, more unedifying to man, more repugnant to reason, and more contradictory to itself than this thing called Christianity, too absurd for belief, too impossible to convince, and too inconsistent for practice, it renders the heart torpid or produces only atheists or fanatics. Engine of power, it serves the purpose of despotism. Trump is a despot.
We're here now.
Means of wealth, the avarice of priests, but so far as respects the good of man in general, it leads to nothing here or hereafter.
And here we are.
Find it when Americans humble themselves in moments of great joy and times of amazing adversity. From the Civil War to World War II to the landing on the moon, Americans have looked to God for guidance.
Anyway, y'all hit the like button. Hit the like button. It lets the algorithm know that we're here. We get more people to come in and watch and join us.
Like, share, and subscribe.
Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Hit the like button if you haven't done so on your way in.
For peace and
Tim
for
God at 62 years old.
It's this commitment to prayer that powered the civil rights movement. The journey for justice for all was rooted in the Black church, a body of believers who refused to let go of God. I refuse to let go of God.
I hate when niggas do this.
Born just 2 years shy of the Civil Rights Act of 1964. So born in a world
when Black people talk about the civil rights movement and, you know, it's connected to church as though we must be Christian. First of all, the church was the only place that Black people were allowed to congregate.
Allowed
for centuries. Like allowed.
As in it was illegal for y'all niggas.
It was illegal to congregate anywhere else.
On any other time.
At any other time.
What y'all doing over there?
And eventually you couldn't even do that by yourself.
Yeah.
White person had to be present because they realized that you were planning insurrections.
You over there plotting, ain't you?
Inside the church.
I knew it. I knew they was plotting.
But now we have other ways to gather. And we have for some time. So when you talk about the civil rights movement, right? And I will fold in the Black Power movement and all of those things in that, under that broader umbrella, there were many people who rejected the church during that time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Carter G. Woodson warned us about tying ourselves too closely to the church because the church as we knew it, and all those people, Christianity started in Africa, shut the hell up. You go read a book. The Christianity that Black people have today is white colonizer Christianity. The Black Catholics of today are the Catholics of the Pope who told the Portuguese and other Europeans to go into Africa and enslave us to Christianize us. I will never understand Black Catholics. I'll understand a Black Protestant because that's more African than anything else, but I will never understand a Black Catholic. Respectfully, y'all. The Catholic Church is why we were enslaved, specifically why we were enslaved.
Hey, Catholic Church was brutal.
The Catholic Church, you want to talk about the most powerful entity on the planet?
Brutal.
And they put a Chicago nigga in charge?
They got it by blood.
By blood.
Hey, no one talks about the Spanish Inquisition.
Come on. If you're a Black Catholic today, it's because a previous pope said that they need to go into Africa to enslave us.
Hey, they have resources though.
So they can turn us to Christianity.
They needed them resources though.
The same Catholic Church that has raped thousands upon 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 thousands of children around the world. Jehovah's Witnesses have done it. Mormons have done it. Southern Baptists have done it. All of them have sexually exploited children because they are all born of this white Christian doctrine. And white Christianity is pedophilic. I'm sorry, y'all. I know y'all don't like when I talk about the religious thing, but come on, a pregnant teenager, a so-called virgin impregnated by a spirit. Why couldn't she be 20? My God, it should be 22. They wanted to establish the exploitation of minors as central to their faith. Right? Let me shut up. Anyway, Senator Coon.
What's a religion without weird sex stuff? I mean, how do you have a religion with weird sex stuff?
Come on.
It's built into humanity.
Come on. This is the God who condoned rape of multiple women throughout the book.
I mean, sometimes. You gotta pass
These are the
on
same
money.
people who say that Mary of Magdalene was a prostitute, although nothing in the text says that woman was a sex worker.
She was unclean.
They hold on to it and say, Jesus hung out with sex workers and prostitutes. No, he didn't. There's no evidence at all in the text that he did such a thing. But that part of it is because they didn't want niggas reading the book. So niggas learned stories and passed them down and didn't actually read the book. You know who's read the book, Dr. Hall?
Who's read the book? Cover to cover?
Me! Many times.
Yeah. Hey.
Just saying.
You'd be surprised.
Just saying.
Hey, those of us who've read the book, really read the book.
Okay. So I'm just saying.
With unanswered questions. So rededicating the country.
Rededicating. So the whole point of it. So it cost $150 million for 27 people to participate.
Well, I mean.
Okay. 150 million,
US
American tax dollars.
Yeah. Your money, fraction of your money.
Went to America's baptism.
Yeah.
That's how they were talking about it. If you've ever been to church, right? You have a rededication. It's usually a representative of a prodigal child type thing. You lost your way, you strayed away from Christianity. And you are coming back to rededicate yourself to Christ and to being like Christ, right? Yeah. And there's probably a baptism involved, right? They dunk it under some water and you're washed new, cleansed through water, which is African and other indigenous spirituality that is freaking witchcraft to cleanse people through water.
Hey, let's not get into the inherent in
witchcraft.
Contemporary Christianity. We'll be here all night.
Come on.
Hey, a lot of religions have blood in them.
They symbolically eat flesh and drink blood every 4 Sundays.
Yeah.
But witchcraft is demonic.
Hey, flesh of my flesh.
Blood of my blood. Drink this grape juice. It represents my blood. The fuck?
In remembrance of me.
In remembrance of me. That is the ancestral veneration through the symbolic consumption of the flesh.
We'll be here all day. We'll be here all day.
We will be here all day.
If we start breaking down. How the
ark could not possibly exist.
Right. And you know why we're not supposed to do that? Because they wrote in the document that founded the nation a separation of church and state.
Right.
They were very clear about it.
Wouldn't have to do it if people actually paid attention to that.
The founding
instead, $150 million of taxpayer dollars went to this event.
Particular religious group.
Of one particular sect, because they did not allow mainline Protestants, no Black Protestants for sure, no Catholics. They did have a rabbi
up there. They didn't have to be. They didn't ask him, but they got
no,
stage, so.
No, they're not welcome there. It's them, Southern evangelical, conservatives,
vaguely non-denominational. Yeah,
non-denominational. You saw the contemporary Christian music that they were doing,
vaguely,
right?
Yeah.
The soulless stuff, right?
Yeah,
right.
What are we doing?
So symbolically, we're all now baptized and we have rededicated ourselves to Christ.
As a nation. Sure.
I've done that a few times throughout my tenure in church because I was a hoe. And I kept fucking before marriage. I kept fucking people in the church. Every time I got caught,
blasphemy.
They were like, you gotta rededicate yourself.
Blasphemer.
So they would do those things. They would line you up and they would go through and they would touch your head and the spirit is out of you and people would fall out. And so I would just wait till they got to me and get ready to fall. But I was fat because I was always like, oh my God, can y'all just please be ready to catch me? Because I'm about to pretend to fall. So can y'all just come and catch me? And then don't let me fall on the floor.
Don't let you
And then I'm going to fall and you're going to come and put a cloth over my legs because I'm wearing a skirt.
Yeah, got to cover you.
But it doesn't matter because I'm up here because I was fucking. So I know all about the rededications.
You've been to a few.
I'm cursing so
been
much.
the star of one or
never
two.
Gonna monetize me. So yeah, that's what that was yesterday. And so it was rededicating the United States back to Christ, back to Jesus, and basically saying it's honestly the first step to becoming a theocracy, right? Like they've been talking about this.
First step?
No, but they've been talking about it for a long time, but symbolically, right?
Falling down them steps. Yeah.
But if we talk about the Christian symbolism and the dogmatic symbolism, right? This was the first kind of step towards that, the first major event symbolizing stepping towards that, right?
Sure.
Right. So yeah.
We're well past. Once again,
like I'm in a tent Bible in here.
He's tired of pretending that it's not.
Yes, I have Cash App right up in the upper right corner. It says FemJones. You can hit that Cash App. We'll definitely appreciate that. I might even give a little bit to Dr. Hall so he can go get, a 12-ounce lawn matcha,
Oh, why we got to do that?
Yeah, I'm just saying. All right, Doc, what else is on that? What else is on here? Okay. So Trump got testy with the reporter over Iran, right? So he gets really tired of people asking him questions about things he doesn't want to talk about. So he's talking about
last week. Why are you asking me questions from last week?
Right. So he's talking about healthcare affordability. But of course they're going to ask him about Iran. So here we go.
Other countries have done this before. They have asked you to change course in order to dangled a peace deal in front of you saying one was coming. Nothing has come into fruition. You mentioned this.
Well, a lot's come into fruition. We've taken a country that was going to have a nuclear weapon, and we've virtually destroyed its military. They have no navy. They have no air force. They've been virtually destroyed militarily. That's a lot. That's a big. We could leave right now. It would take them 25 years to rebuild. And the last thing they're thinking about, I think, is nuclear. Now they have to put it down in writing. But when you say nothing, we've totally destroyed. Excuse me, from CNN. We've totally destroyed their military.
That's not true.
We've destroyed their leadership.
That's not true.
As you know, their leaders are gone. Their leaders are gone at the first level. The second level, we're dealing with half of the third level, and I think we've made a lot of progress. And it's very simple. We don't want to go through this. We had the greatest economy ever. We still do. The stock market at a brand new high a little while ago. I never thought that was going to happen. We had to make the excursion. We hit 50,000 on the Dow. We hit 7,000 on the S&P, and everyone said that couldn't be done within my 4 years. It would be too big. Well, we did it in my first year. And then I called Scott and Howard. I called them all into my office. I say, we're going to take a little excursion down to the Middle East, and we're going to confront.
He keeps calling us an excursion.
They are desperate to have a nuclear weapon, and the only reason they wanted is to use it. And I said, I hate to do this because we're doing so well, but this is the most important thing we can do. We can't let Iran have a nuclear weapon. So we did that. And when we did that, we were met with a little force, and we ended up destroying them. We now have a tremendous, we built really a steel wall where no boats are blockaded, where no boats are able to, not one boat has been able to get through our blockade. Look, our military is the greatest military anywhere in the world. I just left China, and I will say President Xi was very, very complimentary of our military.
No,
he was amazed actually at our military. We have the greatest military in the world.
Like, what are we talking about? Like, Xi Jinping shaded him the entire time. Like, I mean, he was signifying the whole time. He was signifying so bad you would think his name was Xi Jinping Dolomite. Okay.
Yeah.
You like that? That was
nice.
funny. Yeah. You got it.
I got it.
Maybe a couple of people in the audience.
Yeah. The cool kids.
Yeah. Okay. So he's there, and there you see Dr. Oz and you see Kennedy in the back, like. I thought we was talking about medicine. Trump RX in the back, right? Another one of his scams, another one of his schemes, right? To make money off of the Trump name. And that's, as a reminder, everybody, he only wanted to be president to boost the Trump name so that he can boost the value of his businesses and his investments.
And
so
also, let's not ignore to close all loopholes on any way he might be prosecuted from now and forever. Like that's obviously part of why he got there.
Yeah.
Just can I write immunity on the document myself? I'll write it on the Constitution if I have to.
Yeah.
Gay.
They're saying Jesus was gay. Jesus was trans. I get it.
He hung out with men. A lot of men.
A lot of men. A lot of men.
I mean, I feel like
years.
he loves us all.
For 3 years.
I feel like Jesus would be pansexual.
Dr. Hall, he was in the desert for 40 days and 40 nights.
Mm-hmm.
How do we know what he said?
I had a dream.
There's a whole section of the Bible that talks about his conversation with the devil.
I had a dream.
Nobody was there.
I had a dream and I wrote it from the dream.
Nobody was there.
He told people what he did later, and then they wrote it down 200 years later because of what they heard he had done.
Dr. Hall.
And I had some dreams. And it was a revelation.
Hold on. There was a thread about this. I'm going to find it. Hold on. It was hilarious to me. They were talking about how did they find out. If Jesus was alone with Satan in the desert, how were they able to write their whole conversation in the Bible? That
was wrestling.
And then somebody said, there was a bunch of them. Jesus' disciple, because he wrote Satin, and so it was a whole thing, and people were like, "Our Father who arts and crafts in heaven."
Nice.
He wasn't against satin, but polyester was a whole thing. And it was anyway. There was a lot of things people were talking about. They uploaded a PDF. It was great. It was a whole thing.
Nice.
Let's see. Yeah, no, we don't know what happened in the desert. How do we know that Jesus and Satan didn't have sex in the desert?
They wrote it down. They just wrestled. He just wrestled.
People get upset when I talk about that.
Because they don't like, hey, man, you're introducing some stuff to the whole thing that they don't like to think about.
Dr. Hall, what would you do if you had 40 days alone in the desert?
40 days alone in the desert? Besides probably die of malnutrition and dehydration. Yeah.
Dr. Hall, they say he had no water.
Yeah, well.
No food. How you survive?
Jesus can't die until he did. Why you got me blaspheming on a Tuesday?
Jesus was in the desert talking about, nigga, when I see you, it's over, son.
It's on.
When I come home. We can skip this whole cross things, me and you right now, son. Let's skip all that. I come home right now, square up. Dad.
Yeah.
Or Holy Ghost, or was Jesus squaring up against himself? I heard he was God.
I mean, ultimately, that would be squaring up against himself.
Anyway, 25 states sue over the student loans for nurses. Now, Dr. Hall, there was a whole big conversation about the reclassification of what is considered a professional degree. Everybody, of course, because niggas don't read, they were like, "Oh my God, they said that my profession is not a real profession anymore," and because niggas don't read. But all they were basically saying was they were reclassifying certain professions in terms of how much money, what the maximum student loans you could take out, right? And this is beginning this year, so a lot of people who have applied to graduate school are now trying to figure out how they're going to pay for it, especially those that are going to the very expensive for-profit schools. They're limiting them to like $100,000, right? And it's people who are paying upwards of $250,000 for their degrees, which is absolutely insane, right? So the nurses, though, they have a big gripe. They're saying, a group of Democratic, this is from New York Times, a group of Democratic governors and state attorneys general on Tuesday sued the Education Secretary, Linda McMahon, saying that she exceeded her authority and overstepped guardrails set by Congress by refusing to classify nursing as a professional degree, a move that will result in tighter limits on federal loans for graduate students. So the lawsuit was filed in a district court in Maryland. Also challenges the education department's attempt to exempt current students from the new caps. The attorneys general said the department decision to exclude students from the grandfathering provision if they transfer schools or withdraw and re-enroll was contrary to the statute and arbitrary and capricious. Basically what they mean is that if you were already in college, if you were already in grad school, you should be grandfathered in. So if you were able to take out a higher amount of loans, that should continue through the ends of your tenure. Even if you drop out, even if you re-enroll, you were already kind of part of that process, or you take some right. They're saying, nah, you won't go back to school, you're going to be beholden to the same restrictions and limitations. And they're saying, no, that's not cool. So the issue is that if they do this, we won't get enough nurses.
We already have a shortage.
And we already have a shortage of nurses. Nurses are working 12-hour shifts, sometimes longer, because it's already a shortage of nurses.
Ain't enough nurses.
Huh?
Ain't enough nurses.
No. And shout out to Southern University for having the #1 nursing program in the country. But anyway, yeah, there's not enough nurses. All I can remember is when I was an undergrad at Penn, and the ladies were going to nursing school. It was a handful of them or whatever, but they were getting a bachelor in nursing from a Ivy League university, and all them girls got jobs. I'll say all them women got jobs, 120, 130K out the bat.
Hey.
Okay. They was making money. Okay, do
we really need all these women making money?
Oh, exactly. Exactly. Off the rip, they was making money. And that's a problem, right? 80% nursing is 80% white women, I think, or something like that, right? So you have all these white women who have this opportunity, and shout out to all the other nurses, right? You know, people of other cultures and other genders, but this is pretty much a white woman's profession. And all of them making all this money, they absolutely do not want them to make money. Why? Because your nursing ass needs to be at home nursing a baby. You out here making 6 figures, buying your own house, going to bottomless mimosa brunch with your friends. You supposed to be fucking and making babies. You supposed to be nursing them babies. So we ain't fitting to let you get these loans so that you can go on and be a nurse.
Yeah, quit trying to take
your ass on home. Do what you got to do.
Do what you got to do for your country.
I get it. I get it. Yeah, listen, I wish I was there.
Yeah, give her time.
Dr. Hall, I haven't had cannabis in a long time.
Hey, look at you.
By a long time, I mean Saturday.
Okay. I mean, hey.
So, now on the other side, and this actually, I mean, I'm willing to hear this argument. Supporters of the loan caps said that the changes will persuade universities to cut the cost of post-secondary education. And opponents are arguing that the caps will most likely force people to take private loans or dissuade them. Now, here's the thing. First of all, we've already seen it starting to happen. Dr. Hossie, you're shaking your head. But the cost of MBA programs are plummeting. Some of the top schools now are offering MBAs for like 35%, even 40, 50% cheaper than they were. Part of people saying it's because the demand for them isn't as big, you know, for people to go into like, you know, be masters of business administration. For people that don't know, the MBA is the terminal degree in business administration. They sell these DBAs because it's a cash grab for folks to get it. But if you really want to be a doctor of business, go get a PhD so you can teach it. You don't need that. Same with the MSW. The MSW is the terminal degree. The DSW is a money grad. You don't need that, right? So that's what they're doing. They are cutting the prices of the degrees. So people are hoping that that's what's going to happen.
Because ain't nobody got the money to get the MBAs.
But because of the demand for the nursing, that ain't going nowhere, right? And here's the thing. It's like, Dr. Hall, that's what should happen according to all the rules of capitalism, right? When you limit the loans, the demand goes down because people can't afford it. So when the demand goes down, the cost of the supply is supposed to go down.
Yeah. That ain't how education been working, though.
Well, we don't know. We haven't seen anything like this. All we've seen, right, for as long as you and I have pretty much been alive, is this unfettered access to student loans, right? And the colleges and universities know they can get that money up front, whether a person finishes or not. That's the nonprofit Liberty University model. They know that 3 out of 4 of the people who enroll are not going to finish their programs. They know this. But it doesn't matter because they get their money. Because Dr. Hall, if you have a student body of 75,000 people, and you get even, like, if you think of it for a semester, if you get $10,000 from each of them, because usually you get $20,000 a year for grad school or something like that in student loans. If you get 75,000 people, let's say 50,000 of them are grad students, right? Because that's really where their money comes from.
Right.
In that one term, that one semester, if you got $10,000 from each of them, Dr. Hall, can you do the math? I know you got your calculator.
I don't know. How many people did you say?
50,000 times 10,000. That is 8. That's 8 zeros, Dr. Hall. Plus 40. So 40 and 8 zeros. What is that? 400 billion? 40 billion?
That's 500 million. What?
50,000
times 10,000?
Yeah. Oh, 10,000. Why was I thinking 40,000? Yeah, 50,000 times 10,000. What is that?
That's 500 million.
How?
50,000 times 10,000 is 500 million. I'm looking at it.
Okay. You sure you counting all the zeros? Somebody in the chat do the math. Exactly.
No, it's 500 million.
Okay. Well, imagine $500 million a semester off the rip, whether people finish or not.
Disappearing. Once you cut
whether people finish or not, right?
Yeah.
You already got your money.
Yeah.
That's the for-profit hustle.
Yeah. That's the college hustle. For-profit, non-profit. I mean, hey, they all out here living off these kids who might not figure it out. But hey, give us the money now. We got you.
So if they limit that, Dr. Hall, then they're saying that the schools should lower their prices. I've been in groups seeing these people who are like totally caught up in these for-profit schools scrambling, trying to figure out how they can get more money, only to find out that most of these funding sources do not give money to people in for-profit schools because they know that they're bullshit.
Yeah. Juice is not worth the squeeze.
You're not getting dissertation completion grants going to Capella University. You're just not.
Oh.
So now they're finding out how worthless their degrees are.
Oh.
And they're not being grandfathered in either. So even if they've been at it for 2 years, they're stuck.
It's going to suck. It's going to suck.
Dr. Hall, there was a mosque attack in California.
Unfortunately.
You know, we laugh a little bit, but we got
Nazis are at it again.
Nazis are at it again, Dr. Hall. Let's see. I got this video I want to show real quick. Dr. Hall, I'm so goddamn hot. Jeez.
A little while longer. One more story.
One more story.
We'll get you out of here.
I didn't bring any ice water with me. That's my problem.
That's because you're running.
I was.
That's what she does for you people. She sacrifices.
I heard like a bunch of bad stuff, like gunshots. I went inside the closet with my whole class, and then the SWAT team said, if you open up, and they opened the door.
It's being investigated as a hate crime at this point. There was definitely hate rhetoric that was involved.
There's a lot of hatred going around. I'm not happy with the political climate.
Dr. Hall, that young man, that young boy, is going to grow up and sell me a great TV and the finest Arabian rug.
Wow.
His wife is going to give me a bowl of her finest dish.
Wow.
He survived for that because he's going to do great things.
Yeah.
This is all going to happen after he's discovered like how to get us to Jupiter in 3.2 days.
Sure.
The young man, one of the young men, teenager that they found. Nazi. With cornrows.
With cornrows. Contradictions abound.
I'm loath to bring up the picture, Dr. Hall.
It's a platform. These a-holes.
I'm going to show it though, because there's a statement here. This is who it is.
Mm.
On the right side here.
Yeah.
It's funny that they pull up Caitlin Clark.
Right.
Also a big
well.
But anyway.
Kane Clark.
Look Kane Clark. Look at the cornrows.
Yeah.
Why are they always so hateful but so appropriating?
Because you hate what you love.
You hate what you love, Dr. Hart? What the?
Wow.
Yeah, you're just saying things now.
I mean,
probably call them Viking braids.
You hate us because you can't be us.
There it is. That's better. The other one was something Velasquez.
Sure.
Not letting that slide either.
The
hell is wrong with you?
Right.
How the hell your last name gonna be Velasquez?
Right.
And you're a Nazi.
Right. What are you doing?
They're gonna skin you alive and use your head for a taco bowl.
All right.
What are we doing?
What are we doing? Proximity to whiteness, man. Gets them every time.
Rest in peace to the people who died. A father of 5, a security guard, died protecting those children. So that young man could get out and discover how we get to Jupiter in 3.2 days.
Well, there you go.
And then sell me a TV to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Nice
oh, excuse me.
Uh-oh.
Sorry. The janitor lady ran in and checked my trash. Like,
oh. Okay. Janitor lady?
You
don't know her name?
No, that one's a new one.
Oh. Dr. Hall, can you know her name by next week?
I will.
Okay, because
if the same one comes back, I don't know.
Okay. Well, they said that they met online. The two killers weren't even friends in real life. They met online.
Just for this purpose.
Probably playing Call of Duty.
I mean, or in Reddit forums.
Could be. So neighbors, Marn and Ted Salea, said that they last saw Clark a few hours before the shooting, and that he waved as he got into a car alone and drove away.
I mean, polite boy.
They described the Clark family as good neighbors of more than 20 years and remembered when Kane was born, watching him and his older brother grow up. There was no specific threat against the Islamic Center, which is the largest mosque in San Diego, but authorities found what suspects engaged in generalized hate rhetoric, which sounds like it's directly from Reddit or 4chan or whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
Dark corners of the internet. It's crazy.
Rest in peace to Amin Abdullah.
Yes.
Right. Father of 8.
Father of 8.
Worked for the mosque for more than a decade.
Where
is that?
Crazy.
Where is that? Dr. Hall, I think that this is a good show. What are we doing?
What are we doing in the one nation where this just happens consistently?
I'm stuck. What are we doing? Every day it's something else.
Every day.
Something completely and utterly ridiculous. Something heartbreaking, something devastating, something, that makes you ask, is this happening? What country are we in? What world are we in?
Why are we okay with this? Why are we doing nothing about it?
There's a new strain of Ebola that is an outbreak. Over 100 people have died already. In over in the Congo. What are we doing? And they've said part of it is because the U.S. has taken back the funding that used to go towards fighting and studying Ebola.
Yeah.
So getting treatments and developing treatments for this new strand is held up because they have they destroyed
the infrastructure. All the things that didn't matter to, the guy in charge, he eliminated, not recognizing that we had developed an ecosystem around dealing with a variety of problems. And when you do that, then you were left to be overwhelmed by the problems.
All the funding for all the things that have nothing to do. Donald Trump said that he doesn't care about us. He only cares about his one focus is Iran and winning in Iran.
Yeah. Well, today also he just said stop asking about Iran. So
He very
really
clearly
care.
said that he is not concerned about Americans, money issues
No,
and
he is not
and
concerned
things like
about
that.
you affording your groceries or your gas or whatever. Like, honestly, shut up about it.
$150 million for 32 people to show up and rededicate the U.S. to Christ, but we can't get money to this young man so he can figure out how to get us to Jupiter in 3.7 days.
Hey, $1 billion to smear your feces on the inside of the White House. Or not the White House, I'm sorry, the Capitol building. So, but they got priorities.
I'm not sure what we're doing. I don't know. I just had a whole 24 hours of Black men arguing with me, saying that they don't need to protect Black women at all, which is really fascinating. I mean, we already knew that, but I just thought it was really interesting that on the birthday of the man who said that the least protected person is the Black woman, the most disrespected person is the Black woman, that these men, hundreds of comments in my replies, because all I dared say, a guy posted about how this man lost his life because he was trying to help a woman that was in a clearly an intimate partner violence situation, or at least that's what they're calling it, an aftermath. It's hard. I don't know how anybody is able to automatically know something like that for strangers, because it could be a stranger situation, right? That looks like maybe they're together, like the assumptions that we make or whatever. But anyway, he tried to help this woman. Obviously, this woman was being attacked, and he went to go help her. And the man shot him, right? I think he shot the woman too, right?
Yeah.
We don't know everything that happened, but that's the outcome. And so the man died. And this man was like, basically like, this is why we don't do this, or why we shouldn't do this, right? And I was just like,
there's always one.
There's always one, Dr. Hall. It's crazy to me because I don't think what I said was actually all that bad. Let me see if I can find.
But you said it.
That's pretty.
You get the people going.
Hold on, I'm gonna actually pull this up because I think this is the last thing we'll close out with this, because I've been working on a longer thing on intimate partner violence.
You have?
And yes, I have. Shut up. And I've been compiling a lot of stories, but it's just like every time I think about talking about it, there's another story to add. Let me get
quiet 48 hours, quiet week on IPV.
No, it hasn't actually. So there's no such thing as a quiet week. A black woman is killed in this country every 6 hours. What are we talking about? There's no such thing as a quiet week, right? Black men don't have that rate.
No.
Just saying.
Unfortunately not.
No, fortunately. Come on, Dr. Hall. We don't want Black men being killed like that. Okay, so I'm almost there, because this is how long ago this was. They just were very upset about this. Did he remove it? No, he did. Okay. So he said, fellas, if they're fighting, stay out of it. That's what he opened with. If they're fighting, stay out of it. Your most important duty is to get back home from work to your, all caps, family. Not be out here trying to be a Cape Crusader and end up 6 feet under. Who's going to jump in and save your wife, girlfriend, and kids? Call the police and stand back. That's what he said. So he basically said, ain't nobody coming to help yours, so why are you going to help others? Well, maybe if all of you helped everybody, you wouldn't have to say that, right? But anyway.
Right. If we had a community, it used to be a community.
Now, Dr. Hall, you heard what he said. You guys in the chat, you heard what the man said, right? My response was, just keep this mentality in mind the next time you want to ask a woman why she didn't leave. If y'all men are too afraid to step to those men, how do you think the women feel? Oh, wait, y'all don't actually care. And that is how we are reminded that y'all really don't give a damn about women. We will never be worth anything to you. And that's why it's usually women who step in. And this is the truth, Dr. Hall. I'm not making this up.
No, unfortunately, you are correct.
I said, I'm just glad that y'all are open about it, so sisters can stop thinking you all are leaders and protectors, or that you're strong. All I basically was doing was reiterating what he said.
Yeah.
They got any feelings about this, right?
Yeah,
and I mean, I'm looking at it now because I turned off my notifications. It's at 543 comments now, right? Okay.
Jeez.
And I said I limited the comments because y'all are proving all the statistics about functional illiteracy among Black men, and I'm not going to let you continue to embarrass yourselves in front of these white folks. Dr. Hall, they couldn't string together 2 sentences.
I mean, but they have feelings. They want what you know about it.
But pretty much most of the comments, sorry. It's hot and dry in here. Pretty much most of the comments were just like, you bitches ain't worth nothing. I'm protecting my wife, my sister, my guy. I'm not worried about no strangers or whatever.
Good dogs out there hollering.
That's all I said. I was like, we know. You're not saying anything that we don't know. All I said was that I'm glad that you all are saying it out loud, because there are still women who are under the impression that men are going to protect and lead and be courageous and all of this stuff, when the truth is, more often than not, that is not the case.
Yeah.
These men get away with this every day in broad daylight because other men do not intervene.
Unfortunately.
Now, that's not to say that all women intervene, they don't, but a woman is more likely to help another woman.
There's not enough support.
It's not enough support, right? And then and then I started trolling because that's my friend Garfield texted me. He's like, trolling men is your favorite sport. He's right. And he's like, this one guy was like, at the grown age of 47, you're telling me that this is what you came up with seeing the situation. A man jumped in to protect a woman, was killed for doing so, and you're pissed off because a man is advising other men to use discretion when involved. That's not what he did. The man was not saying use discretion. The man was saying don't do it.
Don't do it. Yeah, he made a blanket
don't do it at all. I can see if the original guy had said, you know what, you may need to think and better assess the situation before you jump in. He just said, no, don't do it at all. So of course I said, ain't a single bitch ass nigga in my family or among my friends, so I ain't worried about that. Go cry to the friends you don't have. Hey, I don't hang out with that. And I was just the other day, I was just like, can you imagine your man comes home and he's like, babe, I gotta tell you, I saw this man beating this woman's ass. Hope she's okay. What's for dinner? About the home.
I mean,
can you imagine? I mean, just me as a woman, if I was involved with him.
I just kept going.
And he came to me and said that. Get out of my house. I'm supposed to have sex with you? I'm supposed to be aroused by you?
Supposed to trust you? Yeah.
Because you stood by and watched a man beat a woman's ass and did nothing, and you just like, I hope she's okay? Where's the rest of the story? That's how they all sounded today.
Yeah.
So
there's been a lot of that online of the guys basically, there's a pervasive idea that you shouldn't, that Black men should not stand up for Black women. This feeling that, once again, this frustration that they've advanced so much. What do they need us for? And so we shouldn't be sticking our necks out for them. And it's unfortunate because, I would not be here without a Black woman. So why would I abandon them?
Centuries of like violent indoctrination, though. Like when African men and their descendants would stand up for Black women under enslavement, it would cost them their life. It could cost them their life or a severe enough torturing that they wish they were dead. Right. It could lead to castration. It could lead to being sold. It could lead to all these things. And that was done intentionally to teach Black men, do not ever get in the way of what a white man wants to do with a Black woman.
Yeah.
These women belong to us. You will never be men. And one of the most important aspects of our definition of manhood is to be able to protect women. We're going to deny you this for centuries. If you try, we will kill you. If you try, we will punish you. And over time, Black men learned to regard Black women as liabilities. as people not worth defending. And what do you do to adjust to that, Dr. Hall? You have to convince yourself that there's something wrong with the Black woman.
Yeah. Which forces the Black woman to defend herself, which gives
Over
her
and over.
an edge.
It's the same thing of how racism is created, right? White people want to hoard resources in order to justify, stealing resources from everyone else. White people came to convince themselves that there was something wrong with everybody else.
Yeah. Well, they had to be. They don't deserve it.
They don't deserve, like, the only way I can sleep at night taking this food out of your mouth is that I have to convince myself there's something wrong with you. That is what happened to Black men over time in this country.
Yeah.
I'm not going to fight against this man who cut my manhood off and cut my foot off and sold me away from my mama. I'm not going to fight him. I'm going to blame you for putting yourself in a position where I am forced to defend you. If you had just kept your mouth shut, if you had just done what the white man said you needed to do, if you had just picked enough cotton, if you had just been quiet when they snatched the baby out of your arm, you should have known they were going to take it. Why are you crying? Instead of, how dare you snatch that baby out of my woman's arms? I'm going to fight you. No, it became that. And Black women do it to our children, right?
Yeah.
That's how abuse shows up to us. It's like, why would you embarrass me in front of these white people? Why would you bring this attention? I'm going to beat you so that you don't do that, right?
Right. We pass it down.
We pass it down. And so when we look at Black men, I mean, hundreds filing into my comments, all I see and hear is the legacy of enslavement, the legacy of don't you dare think you have any right to pretend to be a man in my society, my white patriarchal society. You Black man in quotation marks, will never be allowed access to that provision. We make sure a lot of you stay poor so you can't make enough money to provide.
Right.
Progeny, we let you get away with that because the more kids you produce, the more we can exploit for labor. So go ahead and do that. Go ahead and have 7 kids with 6 women. We love that.
Bodies. We need bodies out here.
Bodies, because that's how we maintained our economic system for centuries. So please, Black men, we'll let you reproduce.
Yeah. Only with
we're not going to allow you to have pride.
Yeah.
We are going to make sure we sexually harass you by way of the police every time you step outside. We're going to make you give us your idea. We're going to feel up your groins. We're going to crush your testicles. We're going to do everything to deny you any sense of pride.
Humanity. No, we don't need that humanity.
And we're not going to let you protect your women or children. And so now Black men look at us as liabilities because how dare you ask for a date that's going to cost me money I don't have? How dare you, Black woman, make me look bad, make me look like a man who can't provide by demanding that I buy you a meal that I can't afford.
Yeah, there's a lot of insecurity around that. That's something that's definitely different than when I was growing up, where dating
Dr.
culture,
Hall, that shit is crazy.
Courting culture, it was way different.
Well, because they have less money, Dr. Hall, than when we were growing up.
We didn't have money either.
No, but our money went farther, Dr. Hall. Don't forget the inflation of the late 70s would change the game, but our money went way further back then than it is now.
Yeah.
$20 can get you through the whole day. Both of you eating 3 meals.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's a difference. They can't afford it. So that's why now they're very much like, oh, you women are asking for too much. And what is woman thinking?
Being inundated with images.
Yeah, inundated with that, right?
Successful, beautiful women that they can't get. And so it also feeds into the insecurity of there's a world out there I can't get to. So now I'm bitter that this world exists and bitter at you for your success.
Yes.
And angry that I get ignored.
Right, because you dare to move past me. It's my job in this white man's patriarchy to be above you. Because he's above her, even though that's slipping, right? They're women, but they don't know that. If he gets to be above his woman, then I'm supposed to be above my woman. And how dare you go out there and get more degrees than us? So that's why they constantly say, I don't care about your degrees. Can you cook? All I care about is you being peaceful and making me a meal. Again, it's the same mentality. Let me vilify and demonize something so that I can posture and act like it's not important. Because if I allow that to be important, if I allow myself to care about the fact that you have these degrees, then I'm accepting that you're smarter than me. I'm accepting that you can probably make more money than me.
Can't have that.
You can't have that. Oh, you bought a house. Black women buying houses, they're no longer appealing. I'm not moving into no woman's house. Okay. So now you want to shame the women because white male patriarchy says that you were supposed to have the house first. Meanwhile, African tradition is you move into the woman's family. You men become part of the women's family.
Yeah.
And you pay to do it.
Yep. How many goats you got?
Right. I have 17 goats.
Yeah.
And half of them better be fertile.
Not 16.
No haps. Actually, I want a goat for every year she's been alive.
Yep.
Okay.
Bring it with you.
So the protection part on the part of Black men has become blaming Black women for the situations we are in that get us beaten, that get us, killed. Because of course I can understand why that man is frustrated. He hasn't worked in a while. He hasn't been able to be a man because he don't have money. Here you come opening your mouth and complaining about the fact that he don't have the money. She's probably complaining about it because for the last 6 months, she's carried every bill by herself and still did the dishes and cooked the food and took the children to school and had to figure out babysitting and all these things.
Unfair distribution of labor. Yeah.
Absolutely. So that's where we are.
Yeah.
Right. And so all day they called me every name. And one thing that I said, Dr. Hall, to try to wrap this up, I said, I don't need men to intervene. I just want y'all to stop lying about being leaders, protectors, and courageous. You're not. Stop fronting. It's okay to just be honest. Why is that so hard for y'all to grasp? I'm telling y'all to just let us know that you're not those things. What's the issue? They didn't like that because they don't like the idea that them not intervening when another man is beaten down and nearly killing a woman, they don't want that idea that if I don't do something, it means I'm not courageous. So they tried to shift the narrative.
Once again, my manhood requires I be courageous and a leader.
Yes, exactly.
But
that's where the pride comes from, right? That's where the pride comes from, right?
I can't be proud if I'm humbled. No.
I can't be proud if I run away from a scary situation.
Even though it opened by a guy saying he was going to walk away from scary situations.
Because he told them leave. But it's not okay for me to admit that I'm leaving a situation because it's scary. And they kept saying, well, I need to get home to my family. Yeah, so do women.
Yeah. But also, once again, you're shortening your circle of concern to just your family when we are a communal people.
We are communal people.
All think of ourselves as family.
Yes. And he acknowledged that nobody's going to come help his family members. And he used that as a justification. So why should I help them? Imagine reciprocity. Imagine Ubuntu. I am because we are. Imagine the community forms and one gets rid of the men that are beating on the women and, or any of the abusers. We get rid of the abusers. Imagine if we did that. Imagine if we actually held the abusers accountable within our communities, right? Then we would not have to worry so much every time one of our loved ones steps out the house, whether or not this is going to happen, right? But then Dr. Hall, they kept talking about families and families and families. And then I brought up the case where those two brothers went to go,
talk to the boyfriend,
the ex-boyfriend of a woman, like her estranged or ex-boyfriend or whatever. He's at her house threatening her. They go to talk to him and he shoots them.
Yeah, they don't leave.
And then, Dr. Hall, what did the people say? What were the responses? So many people on Facebook. I had seen so many posts about it, and I was going through, and I posted a few screenshots because I was just like, do y'all see the responses? This is what happened. Y'all keep talking all this stuff about family, but when it comes to family, what are they doing? They're telling people she got them killed. That's what the overall sentiment was. She got them killed. Yeah. If she stayed and put herself in that situation. Here goes. He said, I don't care if those two brothers lost their life. For me, it could have had their entire bloodline. I don't care. People have chooses to leave or not to. Okay, and that's unintelligible. They shouldn't have gone. Just call the police, right? Just call the police. They lost their lives defending her when she should have left the toxic relationship. Don't always rush to be the superhero, family or not. Let the law handle it. Okay. It's really selfish to enter a relationship always expecting others to be your savior or rescue. Simple. Leave. That's why families should never get involved with a relationship. Even the police are wary and know the consequences. And she probably called her brothers to come. And that's why he said, see what you made me do now. She caused her brothers to come and get killed.
Once again, blaming the victim.
RIP to these guys, but let's not avoid the fact of who exactly fault this is. She continued dealing this guy. This wasn't his first time fighting with her, yet she kept allowing him the chance to eventually do this right here. Sometimes you got to look in the mirror. The cycle has to end.
Or brothers could stop beating up on women.
How about that? And stop shooting each other when they try to help.
Beating up on women and shooting each other. And we can just own that. Like, there's no reality where he should be allowed to do that.
Right. And this is the point that I brought up. I thought that this was really interesting because remember when I wrote that most cited article that's in Time magazine? I wrote that back in 2014. What I said was Black women tend to not call the police because of the fear that when the police show up, they will kill the men or harm the men. And that's not what the women want. They want the men to stop beating them in the moment, to be removed from the premises, or to allow them to get their stuff, whatever situation is. They just need the support so that they can get out of the situation. There were too many cases of police coming and shooting the men and killing the men. And it's like, yeah, these women love these men. That's why they're with them. They want them to stop hurting them. They want to be separate from them, or, you know, whatever situation. They want help, but they don't want these men to die. So Black women tend to not call the police. Also, did we not go through all this whole season of police just killing Black men just for sport?
Yeah.
Now but they say we're not loyal. But when we show loyalty in this thing, I'm actually willing to jeopardize my own life to protect yours by not calling the police.
Yeah. There's no.
But now all of them say call the police, call the police. So I said, oh, okay. So you're telling me that if I'm afraid of a Black man, I should just call the police, huh? Oh, that's too far, huh?
No win scenario.
So every time a white woman is scared of one of y'all walking down the street, she should call the police, huh? To prevent,
Karen.
she never know what's going to happen, right?
She could call a Karen.
The logic was really, really not.
I mean, there's never a logic to it. It's not logical. Really, I mean, once again, you're trying to reduce complex interrelationship problems down to a simple, quotable, tweetable, threadable line. And unfortunately, life is more complex than that. There's more that needs to be done, more that needs to be understood before you jump right into these waters. But everybody wants to say
that. It could have been nuanced, but he was just like, no, don't do it. And I said, all I said is that we should not expect men to help us. And the men are mad at me for saying that while also saying we won't help you.
Right. Well,
and that was the thing. It's like, why are you arguing me by saying the same thing that I'm saying?
Right.
The men are not going to help us. The men. Nah, you ugly bitch. You old purple-haired hoe bitch. I mean, I got caught everything today.
Yeah.
We're not going to help you.
Right.
That's what I just said.
Okay. So as expected, that was the original premise.
Are you mad because I don't expect it? You want to hold the power? That's the only power you have is to be disappointing. You want me to expect it so you can disappoint me? Like, what are we talking about?
Hey.
You want to control this too?
Honestly, I'm mad at you for saying it. You're out of line.
No, that was really it. They were mad at me for saying it, and some of the other brothers were saying no. They're just mad that you said this. They know it's true. Yeah. They're mad that a woman with the name feminist in her name said
How dare you?
And I said, we can wrap this up if the men commenting will just say, I'm scared of other men and won't fight them to protect women. Because that's really what it is. And it's okay. I actually said there's nothing wrong with that. Women got it. Like, we do intervene. We do go to help. And they coming at me trying to explain bystander intervention to me. I was like, first of all, I am the last person on this app that you need to be explaining bystander intervention about. There's books written about my work in bystander intervention, okay?
Right.
I created a global movement about this. done trainings. People have stolen my frameworks. Okay.
Mhm.
I'm the last person you should be talking to about this.
Right. You got to be a woman with opinions and
I'm
credentials.
the one who was teaching people how to de-escalate, how to try to avoid those kinds of escalating situations with these particular sets of tactics, because I'm not afraid to intervene. It all started because I intervened on a woman being harassed in the street.
Yeah.
Because I'm not afraid.
No.
And
Dr. T is the
again,
type that will walk right into the fire.
Again, but I mean, I'm an Aries. We ram right into that shit. But I understand that it's not for everyone. Somebody asked me, "Well, you think about the same thing about your son?" I said, actually, if my son were to be killed because he died protecting a Black woman from being beaten and nearly killed by another Black man, yes, I would be terribly sad, but I would mourn him with pride. I will see him on the other side.
Right.
Because I raised him
to do the right thing.
Do the right thing, to have an
looking.
undying love of his people and to have an undying respect for Black women. So I would hate to think that my 6'5", 270-pound son walked past the situation and decided to mind his business.
Yeah.
When he could have done something to help.
Yeah.
I did not raise him to be anything other than that.
Yeah.
And no, I would not want my son to lose his life like that. I don't want him to lose his life in any situation.
Right.
But if that's how he went, I know he will fully be embraced by the ancestors on the other side.
Yeah.
I know my mama be waiting right there with his favorite meal.
Right.
Like, because she raised me to be this way.
Yeah.
So I as I'm sitting there and like I limited comments or whatever, but some of them I missed in there. They're still commenting.
Yeah, they always trickle through. Yeah.
It's just sad, Dr. Hall. Just like how our people have completely lost the plot.
Fallen so far.
We have completely lost the plot.
Yeah. This isn't who we are.
And I hear this. These men don't have families who honor them as such. And that's what I was thinking about when someone asked me about my son. I said, I raised my son honoring him.
Right.
As a Black boy growing into a young Black man, I raised him with honor.
Yeah. To be brave, to be courageous.
To be brave, but also
Stand
I
up
honor
for a just
him
cause.
as a man. I affirm him as a man.
Right.
I'm talking about my baby. I wish he was here. I asked him yesterday, so you sure you don't want to come back early?
Yeah.
He was like, Mom, we'll have 3 months. I was like, yeah, baby, just come back a little bit earlier. That's my son. I haven't seen him since spring break. I love my son.
Yeah.
And I raised him to be better than this.
Yeah.
Okay. He was with me when sis started. My son was in my hand, like I was holding his hand.
Yeah.
We were walking through Harlem. And after the whole thing, we debriefed on a corner. I explained to my son what had just happened. And then a few weeks later, it happened to me. And I saw the rage in my son's face. He was maybe, 7, 8 years old? Maybe 7. Yeah. And already he recognized how horrible it is for a Black man to treat a Black woman like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, Dr. Hall? Like,
Crazy.
He saw this.
Yeah. Once again, what is it like for us to intergenerationally always have to see our women treated the way that they are in this world?
And then this one man was talking about how he grew up in DV. And Dr. Hall, let's be honest, a lot of the men that grow up in these situations, seeing their mothers be abused, blame their mothers. And they're like, why didn't you leave? Why didn't you take us out of this situation? Why did you stay? And they end up growing up with that resentment. And it doesn't seem to curl over into, my mother couldn't leave.
Yeah.
Or if she left, he would have found her and maybe killed her. Or maybe he threatened to kill me if she left. They never seem to get to that part.
No.
It's always, why did you stay and let that man beat on you? Yet these are the same men who are afraid to confront men like that, but expect women to be strong enough to do it.
Yeah. I mean, there's a very complex psychological thing happening there. This idea that your mother is your entire world, the biggest and strongest person you know. And if she is humbled, if she is weak, if she is victimized, then you know, it shatters your world. That trauma definitely makes a mark on you, and once again, it does break that bond in a way that I can't trust you to keep me safe in this world if you didn't keep me safe from that danger.
Yes.
And
And as somebody who has dated men, multiple men who have been abused by their mothers, neglected by their mothers, abused by their mothers, and things like that. I become almost the stand-in for them to try to sort through that, which can lead to, you know, an abusive relationship or, you know, very complicated relationship wherein I become a maternal proxy in which they are trying to seek answers through me, or they're lashing out at her, you know, using me. And it's just like, I want to help you, but also I can't allow you to treat me like that. But I have definitely encountered quite a few brothers.
Those mother
wounds, especially from our generation. Right? The first single parent generation, right? You know, the first like mass incarceration generation, you know? So there's a lot of that there. And I see that kind of showing up in some of the responses too. It's like, you're not going to help women in the ways your mother never helped you, or nobody came to help you. You know,
don't have a framework for it.
You don't. There's no framework for it. Exactly. You know, so it's, you know, you said what? We're about to invade Cuba. They're going after Castro. Yeah, we know that.
Yeah,
it's okay.
Always something. You can't chase every story out there.
Well, it's a distraction, right? From this $1.8 billion bullshit.
I mean, hey, look, y'all bringing up old stuff.
Yeah. So anyway, thanks y'all for coming out. Thanks for tuning in.
Always a good time.
Always a good time, Dr. Hall. I think we had a good balance today. It's just I'm really just frustrated, Dr. Hall, because I'm not sure we're going to get anywhere. Like I said, you can't even defend a woman at a gas station. How you gonna fight when the revolution comes? You ain't gonna be able to fight no white man with guns. You ain't gonna be able to do nothing. You can't even stand up to protect the women in your own community. How you going to fight when the revolution comes? How you gonna be ready when it pops off in the streets? You ain't gonna be fighting for. I mean, we already know, but women do most of the organizing anyway.
Yeah.
Come on, Doc. Like I'm not. I know you a black man. I ain't trying to say nothing, but come on. Like, we know when.
No. It's proven.
When it's proven when it comes to organizing, marching, leading all these demonstrations, building the community organization, showing up, tutoring, volunteering, all these things, it is primarily us.
Yeah.
And we wonder why these young men turn out the way they do. There's no guidance, no mentorship, no support, unless it's through sports.
Yes.
We don't allow them to think beyond sports or to believe they can be more than a paid athlete. And that's where they get the mentorship. And even that can be abusive, because let's look at how some of these coaches are. They take their own trauma, their own mother wounds out on the kids. Right? Call it making them men.
Yeah. You got to man them up.
You got to man them up.
Yep.
You know, like, come on, man. Like,
what's the problem?
Anyway, we appreciate you all for coming out. If you notice, I haven't been really doing Fridays just because I'm just working on a whole lot of. No, I'm not in the streets. I'm actually just working on a whole lot of other things. I'm doing a lot of teaching this month. That's the other thing, guys. Don't forget, I have the Get Free series going on. We've had Research Methods Part 1. That is done. We've had 2 sessions of that already. That's done. Afrocentricity, we've done 1 session. It was great. We got another one coming up. That was actually really good. That's actually coming up on Thursday. And then we've got Black Radical Thought. We still got 2 sessions of that. And then we've got Afrocentric Research Methods. We got 2 sessions of that. So I'm teaching through the end of May. You can go to feministajones.com/get free. It is pay what you can. If you want to pay the $25, cool. If you can't afford that, you want to pay less, cool. There's options that you can select 0.
If you want to pay a little more.
If you want to pay a little bit more, to cover some of the other people. Dr. Hall, we've been averaging 40 to 45 registrations per class.
Hey, that's what's up.
Yeah, it's pretty good. And so some people can't make it live, but I have been noticing they're going back and they're watching. So that is great. I'm very excited. Come join the classes. But the reason why I'm not doing the streaming more is because that actually does take a lot out of me. People who have never taught.
You give and you give and you give.
sitting here, even this, like, you know, kind of sitting here
in the
for
heat.
this time in the heat,
Yeah.
talking and thinking through things and stuff. It does take a lot out of us. That's why we do ask that you do financially support us. If you do love a YouTuber, if you do love a streamer, and they're giving you content and stuff that
throw
you
a little
do,
money in there.
throw a few dollars, even if it's just $5, because it does support what we are doing. But me teaching an hour and a half class, it does take a lot out of me. So that's why I'm not doing this on Fridays.
You only got so much.
I only got so much. So check that out. Again, feministajones.com/get free. We got some classes. Thank you for everybody who has signed up and who has been able to pay. I appreciate you. That is helping me until I start my new job. Also, those of you that have dropped a tip for political theater, I definitely appreciate you. I'll get them too. It's funny, like Dr. Hall on Thursdays and Fridays, right? When people get paid, they'll say, you know, I had to wait till payday, and I appreciate that. Thank you. Your $5 means everything to me. It's like I got $500. Just the fact that you thought about me enough to support that. So I definitely appreciate you. And if you ain't got it, you ain't got it. I'm not holding that against you either. We're here for the cause, Dr. Hall. We're here for the plot.
For the knowledge.
And you can rest assured that I'm not giving Dr. Hall a single dime. He charges $200 an hour for therapy. He does not need it. And he's a man. He's a man
over here.
He's a man.
Also, I happen to be a man.
He's a man. Men don't get paid on this show.
No.
So I love you all. Bye, Dr. Hall. We'll see you next week. Guys, you know I love you so much. I appreciate you all. We have been over the last year or so. Gosh, it's at least 18 months by now. Maybe more than that. We have been building this thing. We have been building this community. We've been having this time that we come together and we critique and we examine and we talk about stuff in very real ways. I'm not pandering to anyone. I have no sponsorships. I have no ads. You notice, guys, I do not play ads in this show. I am not beholden to anyone. I don't have to bite my tongue, although it'd be nice if I could get monetized, YouTube, but I keep cursing too much and I am too critical of the political system, so they probably never will monetize me, but that's okay. It's not going to stop me. It was 99 degrees yesterday in the Northeast in May. That should terrify all of us. We're not thinking about the climate change enough. Some of us are, most of us are not. I don't care what credentials Cheyenne Bryant has or not. I honestly don't care much about this voting rights things because niggas don't vote anyway. Americans do not vote. Shut the hell up. They don't. Okay? When you got mayoral elections that less than 30% of the voters come out, you're suppressing yourselves. So all of that is just pomp and circumstances. I mean, I get it, but also let's be honest. I don't care about that. What's killing us right now is that our lack of community. Okay, the grocery prices. People can't afford food. I just went somewhere and I had gotten, I think it was like a coffee and like half a sandwich or something. It was like $20. I was like, what? Why am I paying $20 for something that should be no more than $5? The energy prices are going up. The data centers are taking over. AI is costing thousands of jobs. Black women are still trying to find work after being pushed out by the government. We got a lot more shit to think about. I'm going to try to keep bringing you what you need. And I'm going to try to keep, gathering us and giving us the space to do this. I love you all with the love of our ancestors. And I know that they want more of us. We're not doing enough. We're not doing nearly enough. They want more of us. They demand more of us. We need to get it together. We need to figure out what's next. Everybody needs to find a lane and lean into that. I get the joy as resistance and all of that. And I'm sorry, I'm past that. Napping as resistance. Wake up. I'm beyond all of that. We have to start acting. We have to start doing more. So I love you with the love of that hope and that belief that we will win. I love you with the love of every revolutionary fighter who never gave up. I love you with the spirit of revolutionary suicide. Tamara said, buy the merch. Hold on to merch because I'm uploading the Pride merch. It took me an hour today just to upload my lesbian Pride. I've got to do stuff for transgender, non-binary, the regular Pride, bisexual, pansexual. I got all these designs that I'm doing for Pride Month. And I hope to have that launched by this weekend so you guys can order and get it in time for the June Pride Month events. Everything from crop tops and shirts to crossbody bags, fanny packs, clear bags as you're going out, concert season, stuff like that. I got a whole bunch of things coming out for Pride Month. So hold on, look out for that. I will see you all next week. Love each other. Say it every day. I believe that we will win. I believe that we will win. You got to believe it. Don't give up now. We're still in this. All right. See y'all then.